A long time ago, a king ruled in South India. The king's kingdom was situated by the sea. The king had a great fondness for eating fish with his meals. Without fish, the king felt his meal was incomplete. Once, a severe storm hit the kingdom, due to which no fisherman could venture into the sea to catch fish. That day, the king did not get fish with his meal and became very upset. When the king asked his ministers about this, they explained that going to the sea during such a fierce storm was like risking one's life. Hence, no fisherman was willing to go. The king announced that whoever brought fresh fish from the sea would be rewarded handsomely. Hearing the king's announcement, the fishermen were tempted, but still, none of them dared to risk their lives by going into the sea. In that kingdom lived a very poor fisherman. When he heard about the king's announcement, he decided to go to the sea despite the danger, hoping to end his poverty. He went to the sea, cast his net, and caught several big fish. The fisherman then went to the king's palace with the fish, but the king's guards did not allow him to enter. One of the king's trusted ministers saw the fisherman with the fresh fish and agreed to take him to the king. The minister knew that the king would be very pleased to see the fish and would reward the fisherman generously. Therefore, the minister put forth a condition to the fisherman, that he would take half of whatever reward the king gave. The fisherman agreed, and the minister took him to the king. Seeing the fresh fish, the king was delighted. He told the fisherman to ask for any reward he wanted. The fisherman joined his hands and said, "Your Majesty, I request you to give me 20 lashes as my reward." The king was astonished to hear this and asked him to demand something else. However, the fisherman insisted on receiving 20 lashes as his reward. The king called his guards and ordered them to lash the fisherman 20 times. As the guards started lashing him, after the 10th lash, the fisherman said to the king, "Your Majesty, whatever reward I receive, I have to give half of it to my partner. So, I request you to give the remaining 10 lashes to my partner." Hearing this, the king was astonished once again and asked who his partner was. The fisherman pointed to the minister and said, "Your Majesty, this is my partner. He demanded half of the reward in return for taking me to you." The king looked at the minister, who lowered his head in shame. The king ordered the remaining 10 lashes to be given to the minister. The guards carried out the king's orders and lashed the minister 10 times. The king then dismissed the minister from his position for his greed and banished him from the kingdom. He rewarded the fisherman generously and sent him off with honor. Moral: this story of the king and the greedy minister teaches us that we should never trouble others unnecessarily out of greed.